Well, you know what it is. The news of death is not usually taken like that. When the news of the demise of my father came, it came to me like a rude shock, and it took me time to get myself stable. But because I'm a man, I have to take it because I know I have younger ones to take care of. I have to hold myself as a man to be able to take care of my sibling.
It's normal. It's normal thing where you lost your dear, your lovely one. Like my dad is so dear to me. You know, when I received the call that my dad is no more, I felt bad as normal because we've tried our best. We tried our best for long. He has not been feeling fine, so we are just managing, pushing him. You know, was having like support with drugs, everything. You know, if it's money, I know all of us, me and my sibling, we can spend our last money to keep him alive. You know, so it pains me so much that today that we are gathering here because my dad is not alive again, but we still give God the glory.
It was indeed a very big shock of my life. Getting there, I met my father lie dead. So I won't lie, I cried. You know, it was a big and a great shock of my life. You know, so it was so shocking. See me losing my dad.
So much to talk about, but there are some distinct things I have to talk about him. One, a responsible father. Responsible in the sense that he looked after his children, he prayed for the children, he chart a pathway for the children that as they are growing, they should learn to stay and stand on their own. He prayed and he was a good Christian, and that is why all of us we have that spiritual background as Christians. And also he was very industrious. He had that entrepreneurial spirit in him. That is why even when he worked then as a staff in Guinness PLC way back, when he retired into his private life, he established his own business that thrived up to the time that he died. And he's a man that loves peace. He's a man that have that gift of bringing the children together. He's a man who I see as a peacemaker. He's a man that is industrious, like I earlier mentioned. Get to a point, he went into agriculture and he was successful. And that is why, even if he's no more, he was able to lay a foundation and build a house, leave a better legacy for us with the children. And certainly I'm going to miss him a lot, because those advice that he used to give me, who will not give me those advice? He used to advise me, he used to talk to me, he used to pamper me, he used to pray for me. Those are some of the things I'm going to miss about my father.
I remember when I was small, maybe like about maybe 15, 16, teenager age, you know. So I always come sometimes where they ask me to buy books from school. I will not tell my father like a day or 2 days before that day. Maybe in the morning if I want to go to school, I will just come to him and say, Daddy, I want to buy, they ask me to bring money for book. My dad will tell me, you've that told me yesterday that you want to buy books. I will tell him, no, now I need it, you know. So there's one word he always tell me, that this life is not easy. Don't think that the life is easy, you know. So he always used that as a sound in my ear. He was always saying that life is not easy. Don't think that you just pick money on the ground and there. But today, sometimes when life is somehow difficult for me, I will remember, my dad used to tell me this thing, that life is not easy, life is not easy. And this one is that life that is not actually easy, you know. So that is it.
Yes, he has contributed a lot. Since I've grown up to know myself, my father has been a great source. You know, I won't say God is our protector, and our provider. I know that my father was really a man that guide us and protect us in a very in a way, you know. So though he provides, he cares, he's a lovely father, he's a good father. Indeed, I believe that in the remaining of our life, that his memory will linger on forever.
That they should not depart for the life that my father had lived. One, to be very prayerful. Two, to be very industrious. Three, not to cheat. He admonished us, don't cheat. Don't take what does not belong to you. So I will advise even my sibling to be one, to be very prayerful, to be very close to God, to be industrious, and not to cheat.
I pray for those that he left behind, that God should give them the strength to take the pain, to for the loss. You know, sometimes when you have your parents around you, you don't actually know the importance of your parents. It's when you don't have them, when they have gone there, you know how important it is. You know, even for me, my dad, sometimes I'll call him. He don't, for long he has not ever called me my name by my name. He always call me Papa, Abba. That is what he always call me. Even before I came the other day, I was crying that I will not hear that name again, Abba. That is what he always call me, Daddy, because he never call me his name, because he know I care for him. I stood as a father to him, so that is why he always call me his father. Then anyway, I pray God that God should give us strength to carry on the loss and the pain, because my dad is he's a symbol to the family, you know. So we thank you.
Something, because the last time when I was in the hospital, when I was with him, though I was calling his name, we normally call him Abba me father, you know. I normally call him Abba. I was like calling him. He answered me and I called my name and said, "Oh, are you working on it?" In our language, in our dialect, means, "Is that you?" You know. So I was thinking it's getting better. I never knew it was the last word, you know. So, but those that he left behind, I think the hands of God will rest upon us. Though he's not around, we are not like, how will I call it, an orphan. No father, no mother. Though God is our guardian, I know God is with us. So I think God will continue to guide us all the days of our life. So that's a good one for us. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Hello, beautiful people. How are you doing? I am Yopsi, your humble red carpet host, and today we are live at Didi Dynasty Event Center for the burial ceremony of late Pa Thomas Atokoh, a husband, a father, a grandfather, and a great-grandfather who lived 80 years. Wow! If you ask me, he indeed lived a long life, and I believe that is what we all pray for, right? In the midst of all emotions, celebrations, and of course, item 7, we are going to be finding out how Daddy lived his life while he was still alive, and we're going to be calling some persons to tell us that. So stay tuned. I am Yopsi, and we will be right back.
Mr. Thomas Atokoh, I stand here to say, on this last day, with the respect we are giving to him, to say, earth to earth, dust to dust, ashes to ashes, and let the first song do same. Dust to dust, ashes to ashes.
daddy is my daddy. He's a good daddy. Everybody pray to have a good daddy that care, that pray, intercedes. Always watch over children. Even though we marry, he still care for us. Even though we still leave our home, go to our husband's house, he always care for us, be with us, pray for us. Always wish us good. He advise us to get patient, to stay in husband's house. To stay in husband's house. He care for us till depart from this earth.
I'm going to miss him because of his kind and solid advice on how to go about with these challenges of this world. That we must be consistent and persistent in whatever thing that we are doing. That we should not just take life in kid gloom. That at any given point in time we continue to strive hard to attain that aim and objective that we have set for ourselves. And that will actually have gone a long way to actually help me as an individual and other members of the family.
Daddy was a good man. He always called me my brother. He's a jovial man, a peace-going man. He's a very respected man. You can see what happened today, how people gather because he's a good man. For people to gather like this is a sign that this man is a good man. Every good man must attract crowd. And we are all here to celebrate a life well spent. Not just to die, he died in the Lord and he died in Christ. It's a life well spent. He was a Christian until death. And he was a friend, he was a father, he was more than in-law. He always called me my brother to show that we are very close. He's a good man.
That love in us, unity, peace, you know. We are missing him today, even though we are here dancing and singing, but deep inside me, I'm missing him inside me.
I miss her for you always intercedes for us. I miss her in that way. The encouragement, I miss her. For me not to see her again, I miss her.
Among the numerous, 1, discipline, 2, sincerity, 3, to be industrious, because the man was very, very industrious. He had that. He actually put into us that spirit of entrepreneurship.
I learned something from him. I learned humility and easygoing. That is the only one problem. I learned humility. He's so humble. If you want to greet me, he will even bear down to greet me. I will ask him to stand up because he's an elderly man. But I learned humility from him. He's very humble.
What I miss about him is, so he will call me, talk to me, the advice he gives to us, show us love, show how to love each other. He don't like problem, he don't want you to make problem, so he showed love to us. So we are missing those things today. So that is why we are here today to celebrate him, even though he's not here with us again, but we still feel his presence with us.
I miss that fatherly love. Yeah, that is what I miss about him.